Oh, man.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the pregame lounge.
Let's
We'll take it. We are coming to you live from the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota is the official vehicle of DNVR, and we're here to get you set for Nuggets Hornets.
Oh, man.
For 9 in a row, D-Line. 9 in a row.
Baby. Listen, I'm feeling the flow. I'm feeling it, baby.
I am hyped for tonight. First game back from the All-Star break. We're all feeling good. I'm Harrison Wynn. That is D-Line.
That's right, guys. I am ready for the Four Nations turn. The Nuggets versus Hornets. Let's go. I'm feeling it. It's go time.
By the way, the bar is absolutely packed tonight.
Dude, I didn't know there were so many Hornets fans.
I know. Hornets Nation out and representing that superstar Dev over there.
Here, let me send out this tweet. Got 2 words for everybody. I'm back.
Whoa!
I'm back.
Officially, tonight's the night.
Officially. I just love the I'm back.
I know.
Every single time you do something,
man.
you got to say I'm back.
I know, I've said this many times.
Yeah.
You can really apply I'm back or I'm not back to life.
Yeah.
Like in life, you're either back or you're not back.
Yeah, my dad used to do this growing up.
Yeah. I mean, I took this from a very wise man. Maybe.
From the store again? They see you like for 3 weeks.
We're so back.
Life,
dude. We're
personal,
so
work,
back.
you're either back or you're not back. We'll see tonight if the Nuggets are back. First game out of the All-Star break, riding an 8-game winning streak, and they've got the Charlotte Hornets in town who are coming off a win.
You don't even have the milk that you left with.
What's that?
What did you come back from the store with? You're supposed to get bread. You have nothing.
Not even cigarettes?
But an apology? All right, let's go. My bad. Let's do this.
You can keep going.
God damn it. I've broken the blinds waiting for you, sir.
Sir.
All right, let's do this, man.
The Charlotte Hornets are 14-39 on the season. They're coming off a win, though. There was one game on in the NBA last night, and I feel like we're all watching it. They beat the Lakers 100-97. They mundered the Lakers last night. The Charlotte Hornets did. Arguably the worst defense in the NBA this year. They mundered the Lakers, but they do have a lot of injuries tonight. Charlotte does. Let me see here. For Charlotte, where is this? I thought I just saw this. Did you guys see the injury report for Charlotte? I thought I just had it.
It was robust. I did see that.
Yeah, I know that LaMelo Ball is out, and that was one that like everybody was waiting for.
Here it is. Yeah, LaMelo Ball was out. Brandon Miller out. Mark Williams also out. The Laker, but then not a Laker. He's out. So they're going to be, undermanned and shorthand tonight. On the Nuggets side of things, though, pretty healthy. Michael Porter Jr. is healthy. He's playing. Aaron Gordon's playing. Jamal Murray's playing. And also Russell Westbrook is back.
Yeah. The only guy that's out is what? Peyton Watson?
Peyton Watson is out. Still dealing with that knee injury. He should be back in the next couple weeks, maybe. But Russell Westbrook is back. And according to Michael Malone, no restrictions, no minutes limit for any of these guys. So Nuggets are going to have, most of their horses tonight.
Yeah, I am a little bit shocked when I look at the injury report for Charlotte because it says that Mark Williams is out for a return to competition conditioning.
Right.
Which
did he play last night?
First off, he did play last night. And they don't even mention any of the things that the Lakers were able to rescind a trade for. But also, if he was that injured, how is he playing? Like, that one is still very confusing to me that they rescinded a trade and the guy is not injured enough to not play. He's still a starter. He's still on the team. He's not listed with any of those things that they're saying that we...
Right, just general injury.
Yeah, like I don't know, that's confusing for me.
Well, I mean, a lot of people are confused by that, Dev.
When it comes to the Nuggets, them being relatively healthy, it's a great thing and also like a scary thing. Because I do feel like Michael Malone is really good when he doesn't have to make these type of decisions.
Yeah.
When it's kind of like placed on him to not have to preface things of like, our starting lineup is not the real starting lineup, or like things like that. So like I do think that with now there being health, now you have to make decisions of how much you're playing a guy, or who's going to be in this rotation, or how does this bench work with this guy. Like, so I really do think that this is a great thing. Of course you want your guys to be healthy, but I think it does put a lot of added pressure on the Nuggets, and Coach Malone in particular.
Yeah, I was saying this yesterday, like, I feel like the issue of Russ versus Christian Brown, it actually doesn't matter. I feel like at the end of every game, they'll probably play the same amount of minutes. It's just like who is officially the starter. There's going to be a lot of staggering and a lot of mixed lineups. I'm kind of with you, though. I'm a little bit like he's got a little bit too much to work with. This is why, like, before, and I still felt this way, like, I wish they had figured this out way earlier in the season. So we still weren't like, oh, who's going to start, Russ or Christian? Yeah. But I kind of don't think it matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I kind of think that they'll both end up having the same impact on the game. It's just like whatever.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't see the starting lineup out quite yet, but we will get to it as soon as it drops. I'll keep an eye out for it. In terms of, like, the focus that you think we're going to get from the Nuggets tonight, going into the All-Star break, they were focused. They took care of business against a lot of bad teams. They played connected basketball. The defense was improving slightly.
Oh, note from one Brendan Vodget, V-O-G-T. Christian Brown is in the starting lineup tonight versus the Hornets.
Okay, so there it is. Christian Brown in the starting lineup, Russell Westbrook off the bench. We'll talk about that in one sec. In terms of just the focus, Dev, that you think we're going to get from the Nuggets tonight, do you think it's going to be close to what we got going into the All-Star break, or do you think they're going to be a little more lax?
I think a mixture of both. I do think that it'll be lax. So the Nuggets have been smacking like these bad teams, as of late, where you're getting to see like the bench unit and the like guys lower on the bench where the starters have played so well. And I do think they're going to do that in this game. I think that they'll get out to a big lead, but they will mess around. It does suck that coming off of a break with a long streak like this, that you're playing against a team that's on the second night of a back-to-back in the Hornets. Like, it would have been a lot, I feel like, better if it was like the Lakers that they were playing, in that way. But when it being the Hornets, who really don't have much to play for, they're not trying to win games, and then all their best players are out, it's going to be very difficult for the Nuggets to play their brand of basketball or even want to get up for those type of games. So I do hope that they are still like in emotions and things like that. I do think that there's a positive of you just had some time off. Let's just get some running in, get your cardio back, run off those extra Mai Tais or whatever the hell they were drinking.
Mai Tais?
Yeah, so I just think
I know that's what Dev's drinking.
I just think that that's just something that they should think about. So I do think it's a mixture of both. What about you? What do you think that?
Well, I want to know how your time was at the All-Star game more than anything. I don't really care about this Nuggets nonsense, but like they're gonna be professional. I really think they're just gonna come out and smack them. Like I think this is the Nuggets are ready to lock in. Like I really think that it's like go time for them. I don't expect them to have any drop off, but what do I know? I've been fooled in the past by this team. I'll be fooled in the future by this team. But I believe that like they're ready to go. I'm certainly ready to go.
Yeah. I think we might see a little bit of both. Like coming out of the All-Star game, you tend to just get a little more relaxed. You're not as locked in. But I do think that Nuggets got over a hump before the All-Star break in terms of just taking care of business against bad teams. They're over that. They can piece together professional four-quarter wins now. And that wasn't the case earlier this season, and I really do think that's a sign and just a tell that this team is kind of entering its peak levels.
Yeah.
When they're taking care of those bad teams easily, I think that's a sign that the Nuggets are, for lack of a better word, back.
There's no better word. What do you mean for lack of a better word? That's the exact word. They're back.
So moving on here, we do have the starting lineup for tonight. Christian Braun is starting for Russell Westbrook. We've been talking about what the decision would be for the last couple weeks. I'll go first, I guess. I think it's the right call. It seemed like this is what was going to happen, and it just makes sense also with Westbrook coming back from injury too.
Yeah, for sure.
I know Michael Malone said he's not under a minute restriction. I've got to think they don't want to push him that hard coming off a hamstring injury. You don't want to aggravate that, especially at this point in the season. And Christian Braun has just been playing so well that it's tough to move him out of there. Now, Russell Westbrook played great as a starter as well. You love him with those Jokic minutes. They're just going to have to adjust a little in that regard, but I feel like it's the right choice. I just don't think you want to mess with the mojo that this group developed going into the All-Star break. What do you guys think?
I
guess I know you don't think it's that big of a deal.
I don't think it matters, but I don't know. It makes sense. I mean, I think Christian Braun has played so inspired. Like, his play has been so remarkable that I think it's kind of important for not only the Nuggets today, but the Nuggets of tomorrow to like really do everything you can to like get him to his best level. And I think anything you can do to imbue him with more confidence is a good play. And Russell Westbrook has, he knows the score here. Like, he's not like MVP Russell Westbrook. He came to Denver with the understanding he was going to be coming off the bench, so it shouldn't be that jarring to him. So I from that standpoint, I think it makes sense. I do like the idea of Russell Westbrook being able to help Jamal Murray achieve his highest level by, taking a lot of the ball advancing responsibility off his plate so he can't get bullied in the same way that he does sometimes. In the end of the day, like, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters.
I think it matters right now because I think that Russell Westbrook needs to get more reps and time with that bench unit, that second unit that he's going to be playing alongside with. This was the starters to open the season. This is the starters that I assume is going to close the season when you go into the playoffs. And like you've been saying, it truly doesn't matter because they're going to be important. There are going to be a lot of times that you're playing Russell Westbrook alongside Jamal Murray because of like that escape and another ball handler. They don't have many ball handlers that could take pressure off of, defenses that could get into the teeth of the defense in like those times. You don't need them against a Hornets team. Right. You're going to need those in those like real pressure situations, which come later in the game regardless. Also, Christian Braun has been playing so well that why would you mess up that, what he's been having going as of late.
Yeah.
And this is a great time and a good time to be able to bench him. It's like, hey, the team has been going well. We're not going to stop this chemistry. And they did that when Russell Westbrook was playing well, where they had kept Aaron Gordon on the bench. You're coming off of an injury. We're not going to push it. We're not going to put you in those type of pressures. They're playing well. Let's just see how it goes. So I think that there's things to learn from both sides, but I'm glad that Russell Westbrook is going to be able to go with that second unit where he could be the ball handler. He could be the guy that they go through and run the plays the way that they're supposed to with this unit. So I like it.
Here's how I'll distill it. The one thing the Nuggets really are going to have to be cautious and really tinker with is Westbrook's minutes with Jokic.
Yep.
Because that duo we know is unstoppable, has been unstoppable this season, one of the best duos in the NBA, just from a number standpoint. But automatically, when you don't start, you're cutting down, a minimum of 10 minutes per game right there that he's not going to play with Jokic. So that's going to be something Michael Malone really has to be conscious about. And like you said, Dev, I think this decision does have something to do with Christian Braun and how well he's been playing. I think it honestly has more to do with Jamal Murray and how well he's been playing.
Yeah.
Because when Russell Westbrook was starting, I really do feel like a big reason it worked so well was because Jamal Murray was not Jamal Murray.
Yep.
He was not that guy. They needed that primary initiator. They needed that guy to get to the two-man game with Jokic, when Jamal wasn't doing that as much. So the fact that Jamal Murray is playing so well or was playing so well heading into the break, I feel like that probably gives Michael Malone, it settles him a little bit.
Yeah.
Just from the aspect of, I have that point guard. I have that two-man game, and I have Jamal Murray who just scored 55 points. So I feel like that probably played into the decision as well.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I don't know if you guys were looking around the association today. I don't know if you were taking a gaze around the association. Victor Wembanyama out for the year.
Woo,
Blood
boy.
clots?
Blood clots,
He
dude.
played through it in the All-Star game. He's out for the season. Also, Bobby Portis suspended for 25 games. Bigger news is Wemby, though.
Yeah, no kidding.
Kind of crazy.
It's very crazy. It's also like, I don't know, man. Like, we'll see what his career looks like. I'm not surprised that there's like some sort of like complication with his very unique body. That it's like I feel like there's always. We'll see. We'll knock on whatever. I'm not surprised. Like, I'm not happy that this would happen to him, but like I'm not that surprised that it'll like a blood, then maybe like a back, it's like we'll see. But it's certainly a bummer for the. I'm sure the league is very crestfallen by this news.
Right, the next face of the league, according to Anthony
The
Edwards.
next face of the league.
What's
right.
scary, though, is like blood clots. You think back to Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
It ended his career.
Yeah, for some reason, there's always something with these, like the centers when they come into the league. There's like it usually is like their legs or something like that.
Miles
where they have
Turner
to get
couldn't run.
a surgery, but it's always the bigs. The blood clot, yeah, like you said, it ended his career. The positive, there has been some like success stories with. I'm sure Brandon Ingram had like blood clots or
That's what they
something
said,
there
yeah.
at one point. And he's still playing and he's in the league and stuff. So I'm glad that they caught it early on where you can, say like,
Yes.
hey, let's tackle this early on, especially in his career. Like he is going to be the face of the league, hopefully, where he's able to go through his, one of the young seasons where he's like going to get back and they're going to be able to build around him. This is also a season where he's growing and he's learning, but they don't have a lot to play for. So now maybe they go back into the like rebuild mode where they're like, okay, we're going to get a better draft pick. But it's crazy.
Oh God,
like, that was one
Flag.
that was one that came across that I was very, very shocked. Then I'm like, dang, that sucks. And then Bobby Portis was like his assistant gave him the wrong.
He thought
medicine.
he was taking Toradol and then took something else starting with a T.
Yeah,
That's on the ban list.
And it wasn't even him. Like somebody gave it to him, and it was like it's like a pain.
It's never
killer.
the guy.
You know, like that. That sucks that you could be in that where you could mess up your career or you could mess up like a season where now Milwaukee has to figure it out.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that sucks. Like you really don't want to see that like end of the career, end of the year type of stuff. And this seems like a year that everybody's out for one reason or another.
What's interesting about the Wemby thing also is like you were just writing him in for DPOY every season. Now somebody else is probably going to win DPOY. Well, is going to win DPOY.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to play enough
hit
games.
the game minimum, yeah.
So that race is wide open again. Also, the Nuggets have only one matchup against San Antonio left. I was kind of hoping there was more.
I'm glad we got to see that matchup this year.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah, we got
Yep.
back to
That
back.
was fun.
And they were
That
two
truly
great
was
games,
fun.
They were two good games, yeah.
One, the Nuggets lost. One, they
Lost
won
like
an OT.
in a ridiculous fashion,
Oh my
yes,
God,
and
I
then
know.
the other one they won, going away. Yeah, crazy, crazy.
Did you watch Lakers Hornets last night?
No, actually, I didn't realize it was on.
You
And
watched
then-
it, Dev?
I watched it.
What do you think of Luka and how he's looked with the Lakers so far?
Everything that Nico said is like
God.
true right
Oh, no.
now.
Right now.
Right now. It is. He definitely looks out of shape.
Yeah.
If you have been so used to seeing this guy be a monster and destroy everyone the way that he has for the last few years, you don't have to be with the organization that says that's not the same guy right there.
Yeah,
Like
of
what's
course.
happening here? You know what I mean? Like if you even look at I know they're saying like it's early on and stuff like that, but Luka's not a player that has to figure out situation. You figure him out. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna put the ball in your hands and just create for you, and he's not doing the same things that he used to. He played like 31 minutes. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like we got to see him in like limited time.
Yeah, he
He's-
might be on a restriction.
He's playing 31 minutes. It's not really a restriction, though. You know what I mean? But also, it's wild how the Lakers look with him right now because everything that you're thinking about, it's there. They don't have a big man that can defend or guard. They got worse defensively, of course. They were putting Luka in so many isolations. It was wild to see what they were doing to him, and that was the Hornets. What do you think a real team is going to, you know what I mean? A team that's winning games and trying to win, or contenders. Like, that was just LaMelo Ball playing AAU basketball against a team that they knew that another guard couldn't guard him. And they were just trying to hide him, and they couldn't. And then also, if you're going to play, if LeBron has to play at that level every single game for you to compete against the Hornets team, you are in trouble. So, like, they are a few pieces away from being good right now. And I don't think that it's just one of those, like, we'll see at the end of the year. Like, they don't have it on that squad right now.
No, they don't. They don't.
And they've already won the buyout market with ALLCITY.
They already won
it.
I heard that they're in the running for the Pat Bev sweepstakes. So we'll see.
Oh, yeah?
We'll see about that. Don't forget, like, the Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray view of the world. Like, it's going to take Wemby 20 games to be good again. Like, he's just coming off of injury. He needs to work his way back into shape. It's just like, it's a lot like Jamal Murray. Like, comes back slow, sucks, blah blah. The thing is, like, we know who Luka is. Like, we've seen it. Like, there's no denying, no mistaking the dominant player that Luka Doncic is. Like, I've really, like, the more time that I've spent with trying to figure out what was going down with this trade, I mean, I really just don't think the new ownership likes his game.
Is Luka close to that player right now? Like,
no, he needs 20 games.
What percent do you think he's playing?
He needs 20 games, just like Jamal Murray. Like, how long did it take Jamal Murray to finally be back? Half the season? 3/4 of the season?
Yeah, I mean, Jamal was coming off an ACL, though. Luka's
I know, I'm
coming
just
off
saying,
a much
like,
more minor injury.
Point being, like, anytime you're out for an extended period of time, as Jokic has told us, with no uncertainty in his voice,
absolutely, yeah,
he's going to suck for 20 games. So you give him that. And
well, 20 games, you're pretty much at the end of the season.
Yes, no, they're listen. The Lakers are going nowhere this year. I mean, they're just not. It's been said many times that this trade was really a setup for the future of the Lakers, but they're clearly an incomplete team this year.
It's set up for the post LeBron James Lakers, and I will say, man, the fit between him and Luka is...
It doesn't make sense.
I'm sure it can work out if they get better players around them, but it's going to be something to watch. It does not look like the most natural fit
they don't... You can't... That's not a pick and roll partner duo. That's like... It was weird already to have two ball-dominant guys in Dallas, Kyrie and Luka. They figured out how to make it work, but, like, with those two players, like, one guy had to be off and the other was on.
Right. LeBron's way more closer to Doncic than Kyrie is.
They're exactly the same player in many ways. So, yes, it's not going to work, obviously, this year.
Yeah. Well, we'll see the Lakers in 2 days. Coming to Ball Arena. Have you seen the ticket prices for those games?
Don't need to.
They're at, like, playoff levels.
We're going. We don't need to see it.
Oh, we're going?
Yeah.
Those tickets are insane, though. They truly are insane prices. And it's like...
I don't know.
Man.
Maybe we'll pop at the game. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we'll be there.
All right, let's move on here and go to Bet365. Our prime picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use code DNVR365. Deposit $10. Place a bet for $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Must be 21 plus. Physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, Dev, what do we got?
Feels like it's been so long.
It has been so long. Dev, how was All-Star Weekend?
Fun. It was a great weekend. It was such a great weekend. Maybe we'll talk about it at a different time.
I will just say,
I want to know what happened off camera.
We could talk about it on on the post game or something.
We'll talk about it on the post game.
We're gonna need things to talk about on the post game.
We'll talk about it on the post game. I will say, this guy killed it.
I know. I want to hear.
Oh my god.
I want to hear about the things that we're not allowed to talk about, and then just talk about them. You know what I mean?
On air.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, what do I care?
Bet365, let's make some money. Because we're getting sued. The Nuggets come into this game as 18-point favorites.
What? That's the biggest spread I've ever heard.
That's definitely the biggest one of the year, right?
It's got to be the biggest one in like the Jokic era.
That's
or something. There probably was like a
crazy.
20 or something like that. Like
18
everybody
points?
was out. But 18 is absurd. It
Dude, that's
truly
the
is
wildest
insane.
thing I've ever heard.
18. Wow. I'm going to go with... I'm not going to touch that because you just can't.
No.
I wouldn't be shocked if they lost by 40. I'll say that. We've been seeing some blowouts every single night in this league.
God.
I would love for the Nuggets to be on that end of a blowout, just destroying the team. I am going to go with the under 227 in this game because how are they going to score unless the Nuggets want to put up like 140 points? But that means that Charlotte would have to put up 87. I just don't see it happening. I'm going to go with under 227 in this game.
Oh, my God.
And you know what? While we're at it, let's go with a munder. I'm expecting a munder tonight.
Dude, you're betting on insult and injury. I love it.
That is a good one. I'm going to go with the under on this one. On Charlotte side of things, let's start with Nick Smith over 12.5 points. I feel like
what a bet.
He's a good role player. I think he's not as bad as he's on Charlotte. And right now they're not just trying to win. I do think Charlotte's going to be good in like 2 or 3 years. Right now they're not good.
That is a bet you only get on the DNVR Nuggets pregame lounge. The Nick Smith over.
I got another one for you.
Okay.
Let's also go over 7.5 points for Josh Green.
Oh, let's go.
Josh Green over 7.5 points. Because let's do it.
Somebody's got to
On
score.
the Nuggets side of things, let's go over 122.5 points for the Nuggets. I just think that they're going to put it on them. They're going to be able to score whenever they want to. Why wouldn't you want to do this? Also, even with the second and third units, they're going to be trying to score. So over 122.5 is calling my name. Let's also go over Michael Porter Jr. three-pointers. MPJ threes are back on the menu, boys.
Back on the menu.
Feel like it's been so long.
Yummy.
But I like it. Over 2.5 three-pointers. Michael Porter Jr.'s assists are at 1.5, and you know what? Give me the under.
What?
Under. You think that he went on vacation to come back and pass the ball? Let it fly, man. Let it fly. We're going to go under 1.5 assists. Let's push over for Brown, who has been playing exceptionally well, especially I know that Westbrook is back, and we will have to temper expectations, but I'm going to go with the over 4.5 rebounds for Christian Brown. I think that he gets it. I expect him to be a force and just play hard here, especially early on, so I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over 3.5 assists for Aaron Gordon. He's been passing the ball. He's with the other starters. This should be an easy game. If he's not scoring, he's passing it. If he passes it, it's a basket. I just think that that's easy. Assist is the one that I think is easy. I'm going to go our defensive bet over 1.5 stocks for Christian Brown as well. And for the lock, I'm going to go Jamal Murray over 20.5 points.
Dang.
When he's in the zone, he's in a zone. And how much did he score the last time we seen him?
Double nickel.
Double
nickel.
Is that 10 cents?
He had 55. A career game.
Oh.
And he's going into this break playing exceptionally well. He looks good right now, and I think that he sees where he's at. He probably took this break serious. Everybody else probably went crazy. He probably was like, I'm staying in the gym. I'm playing really well right now. So I like Jamal Murray right here.
I like that line of thinking. I co-sign your Jamal Murray points. I do think that I think it was a big struggle for him to get back to the place that he finally found himself, and I hope that he doesn't want to let it go again. So I'm betting, this bet I'm making, putting it into the universe that it will motivate him somehow, and I win money as a result.
For sure. Do we have any super chats?
You got any bets, Elon, or are we good?
I'm going to feel it out. You know what I mean? I'm thinking I might take the Hornets minus 18.5.
That's an insane line, but they'll probably cover.
Dude, insane. I'm taking the Nuggets. I would take the points. I would take the Nuggets.
Peter Duck, I am a basketball addict, and I need my fix. All the Nuggets are good.
All of it.
It's been too long. Mr. Exquisite Nugget, let's go 9 in a row. Mike or Russ tonight, wind. I'll go Mike.
Yeah.
They're welcome them both back. They're both back.
Yeah, they're both back. I'll go Mike, though. Something to keep in mind tonight. What did Nikola Jokic do over the last All-Star break that inspired the Nuggets to flip the switch last year at this time?
Yeah.
Do you remember what that was?
It was a text message.
He sent a text message. I wonder if he sent anything over the All-Star break this year.
Adam sent us our group a text message.
He did.
He sent our group a message.
Yeah, he said, I'm not going to be on the pregame lounge.
Oh.
That's what he said.
And we were like, let's go!
We celebrated.
Totally charged up. I feel like there's a good chance Jokic just actually cancels his phone service in between this layer.
He's like, I sent that text, and then those guys wouldn't stop hitting me up the rest of the year.
I was like,
now
I gave him my number.
Had my phone number somehow.
He's like,
Zeke just is the only one talking in the group text.
Yeah, Zeke's like, guys, you understand? He sends stuff like Kale. He's like, guys, check out this supercomputer. We're like, oh, Zeke, Jesus.
Why are you throwing Kale under the bus?
Because that's my role in the show. I just throw Kale under the bus. Dude.
That shot was super unnecessary.
We're about to get out of here. You just throw that shot at Kale for no reason. All right, thanks for tuning in. Throw us a thumbs up. We'll talk to you guys in the postgame line.
We all silly like the mayor.